A new poll has weighed Black voters' thoughts on Tyree Nichols, African American history programs, and the Biden administration. In Hit Strategy's February Black Track poll, 82% of voters said the police force used against Tyree Nichols was unjustified. Nichols, a 29-year-old Black man, was pulled over by Memphis police officers on January 7th for alleged reckless driving. But the traffic stop soon turned violent, with 5 Black police officers eventually brutally beating Nichols. Nichols succumbed to his injuries from that encounter and died on January 10th. The 5 officers, who were all fired and indicted on second-degree murder charges, have pleaded not guilty. But 90% of Black voters believe the Memphis police officers involved in the beating should be found guilty. Nearly 60% of voters believe resources should be diverted from police departments to instead fund community services, including alternative first responders. With Black History Month now in the rearview mirror, 70% of Black Americans told Hit Strategy's K-12 public schools teach too little about Black history. These numbers come after a particularly fraught beginning to 2023, when Florida Governor Ron DeSantis announced he would not be allowing a new advanced placement African American Studies course from running in Florida schools. The governor and the Florida Department of Education said the course lacked educational value. DeSantis' actions were met with backlash from organizations like the NAACP and National Black Justice Coalition, a leading LGBTQ+ organization. Now, Black Track reports that 65% of Black voters reported they disagreed with DeSantis' decision. President Biden's approval rating among Black voters remains strong, with 82% of Black voters approving of the president's job. That's an 8-point increase from January. The increase comes on the heels of President Biden's State of the Union address. But Democrats as a whole are polling well with Black voters. According to Black Track, 80% of Black voters approve of Democrats in Congress, a 6-point increase from last month. And moving away from Capitol Hill to the football field, Black Americans expressed just how pleased they were with this year's Super Bowl halftime performance. Rihanna's first live performance in 5 years saw the singer perform some of her most popular hits and a pregnancy announcement. According to the Black Track survey, 32% rated Rihanna's performance as their favorite of the last 5 years. Still, 49% of Black voters believe the NFL has not done enough to show respect for its Black players.